Welcome to lick number 18. This lick is similar to lick number 17, except rather than starting on the higher finger each time or the lower finger each time, higher finger descending or lower finger ascending, what we're going to do is we hit every single note on the way down the pattern. So we do a sequence of 4 notes from the top. So it's this is the basic pattern. Then instead of jumping to the next string with the 4th finger, we're going to use the very next note down the scale. So instead of starting on the 4th finger, now we're going to start on the 1st finger to go down these 4. So the pattern on the 1st string is 8th fret, 4th finger, 1st string again. That was a down pick first, now an up pick on the 5th fret of the 1st string with the 1st finger, then a down pick on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, 4th finger, up pick on the 2nd string, 5th fret with the 1st finger. Now, the way we get to the next note, which is going to be the 1st string, 5th fret, 1st finger, we use a little bit of a collapse over of the finger. So we ended on the 2nd string with the finger curled on the 5th fret. Then to get to the 1st string, 5th fret, we collapse the finger over this way here. So we go and collapse it to get that 5th fret of the 1st string with the 1st finger. Then an up pick on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. Then a down pick on the 2nd string, 5th fret. Then an up pick. We're doing a lot of crossover picking too, where we're crossing a string to get to the next note. We've just done a down pick on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and we're crossing over to the 3rd string for the up pick. So there's a little bit more distance to cover with the pick on this one. Then an up pick on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. So far the first 2 sequential patterns are fingering is 4, 1, 4, 1, and collapse the 1 for 1, 4, 1, 4. I'm sorry, 3, 3rd finger on that one. Let me do it again. 4, 1, 4, 1, 1, 4, 1, 3. Then the next note in the scale that we're going to start on, descending, we did one sequence, one 4-note group starting on the 4th finger of the 1st string. We did one starting on the 1st finger, 5th fret of the 1st string. Now we're going to start one on the 4th finger of the 2nd string, and we're going to do this: 4, 1, and then 3, 1 on the 3rd string. Now another collapse of the 1st finger onto the 5th fret of the 2nd string, so we're going to do this next. Then that cross pick to the lower string, the 3rd string, with an up pick on the 7th fret, 3rd finger, down pick on the 5th fret with the 1st finger, then a crossover again to the 4th string with an up pick on the 3rd finger, 7th fret. So far we have and I think you have the idea of it here already. I'm just going to go through this quick. Now there is a collapse of the 3rd finger now that happens to get to the 3rd string. So we ended on the 4th string, 3rd finger. Now we're going to collapse over to the 3rd string, 7th fret. We were on the 7th fret of the 4th string. Now we're going to collapse over to the 7th fret of the 3rd string. The first 2 times the higher finger didn't do a collapse over because we were changing fingers that we were using. So now we're going to start with the 7th fret of the 3rd string and do 3, 1, 3, 1 on the 3rd and 4th string. Then we're going to collapse the 1st finger and do 1, 3, 1, 3 onto the 5th string now. Then we're going to collapse the 3rd finger again onto the 4th string. We're going to go 3, 1, 3, 1, collapse the 1st finger for 1, 3, 1, 4th finger at the 8th fret, now the 6th string. And then 3rd finger, 7th fret of the 5th string. Then 5th fret, 5th string. 8th fret, 6th string, 4th finger. And 5th fret of the 6th string, 1st finger. So descending, that pattern is, this is what the pattern is. It's 3 E and A, 4 E and A. When you get to the bottom and you want to ascend, we're going to use the first finger on the 6th string, then the 4th finger on the 6th string. That was the 5th fret with the first finger. Now the 8th fret on an up pick with the 4th finger, onto the 5th string with a down pick with the first finger, 5th fret, then an up pick on the 7th fret of the 5th string. Now for the second, because that's the first group of 4 notes, that's our pattern. Now we're going to do the sequence part. So now instead of starting on the first note of the scale, now we're going to start on the second note of the scale and go 8th fret with the 4th finger of the 6th string, 5th fret, 1st finger, 5th string, 3rd finger, 7th fret, 5th string, then onto the 4th string, 5th fret, 1st finger. So we have 3 E and A, 4 E and A. Then we're going to continue the pattern. The one other thing I'll mention with this is there's some sort of rolling over we do with this finger, these fingers also. So the first finger will roll over from the 5th fret of the 4th string. It has to roll over to the 5th fret of the 5th string to pick up the next note. Then the 3rd finger, which is on the 7th fret of the 4th string, now will roll over to the 7th fret of the 5th string. So there's a number of rollovers going on with this. When you're going to the higher number string, well, the higher string, I should say, it's actually a lower number. So in other words, when we're going, I'm on the, for instance, if I'm on the 4th string, 5th fret right now, and I wanted to go over to the 3rd string, it's more of a collapsing you do to get to the next note. But when you're on the higher string, like the 3rd string, and you want to go down to the lower string, it's kind of a rolling backwards you do to get to the next note when you're going to use the same finger. So the whole pattern, descending and then ascending, will be 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. So that's going through the whole pattern, descending and ascending. I'm going to put on that Funk for Miles jam track I have. Stays in A minor, just to work that scale in a little bit and do a few other licks and to show you how to work it into improvisation. Pretty much went all the way down and up with that. We can use any part of it also, so we can go and then do some, stay on that note, maybe add vibrato, and go back up. So I'll do a little bit more with stuff like that. I can get up some speed with the scale. Sounds good at a higher, little higher speed. So. You don't have to start at the top or the bottom of the scale. So here I'll start on the 3rd string, 7th fret, and descend 2, 3, and a 4, and a. Just a few strings. So I can do something similar, ascending, starting on the 5th string, for instance, at the 1st fret. I'm sorry, the 5th fret with the 1st finger, and the 4 E and a. too. So here's just a little more improv with it. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea how to use that one. And so again, 17 and 18 are similar. One skips a note, 17 does. 18 hits every note of the scale as it starts the new 4-note pattern, whether it's descending or ascending. Okay, so good luck with that for number 18.